What's up? What up? Hey guys, how's it going? Tiny Penny here. I just wanted to go over the new server merge update that is going to be happening. We have projected maintenance in 4 hours, and the server or the server merges coming immediately after. So, what I wanted to show you was this new patch update. So, server merges come to Diablo Immortal. Talk about since we last gathered, players have been able to do the Season 6 Battle Pass, gain these new legendaries, and the content details for the server merges will be going into effect. So, servers for Oceanic, China, East Asia, South Asia will be going down tonight, 4 to 6 p.m. What we care about is the America servers, which are happening tomorrow morning from midnight to 2 a.m. Now, server merges. Obviously, we have all the servers listed here. If your server is not listed, you are not one of the servers being merged. Currently, I am in North America. Zoltan Pool will be merging with Sand Scorpions, Storm Shield, and Old Growth. It also tells us in the game, when we click the hour marker, it tells us who we're merging with. Server merge events. You'll be able to log into your new server once the server is complete. So people need to remember the servers are going to be combined, but we're still logging into our respective servers if you're having a merge. Your character won't be deleted if the new server has someone with the same name, warband name, or clan name. A number will be automatically given to the name, and a free name change will be provided. So a lot of people have been freaking out about that. I've heard that there's a lot of people going to all these other servers and already making their names over there because they don't want their name to be taken. I say don't really worry about it. If it's really that big of a deal to you, go ahead and do it. If not, see what happens. Got a guy on our server, Mommy. He was originally named Daddy in all his other games. Somebody literally already took it from him at launch of the game. He decided to become Mommy, and he's kept that name. Even though he could get that name back, he made a name for himself known as Mommy. So, don't worry about your name, but there is a way you can get a free name change out of it if somebody does happen to take your name. You can play around with some characters' fonts to make your name work. But let's get back to the update. So, your character will keep all their items, including equipment, material, gems, etc. Your character will keep all their friends. Your character will remain in the same clan, warband, and your battleground score and rank will be retained. All leaderboards will be re-ranked after server merge. All market orders will be retained on merge server, with the recommended price of items being the average of the merge servers. So our markets will finally be tied together. We'll be able to see an average, see if you're too high for us having dead markets. Hopefully our legendary gems that we're trying to sell will sell faster, sell for more maximum platinum. And I know for me, secondary gems, I'm hoping that'll become more popping because ours always comes in waves. We get 2 or 3 here or there. You may get 45 in a day if you're lucky. And that's in total with you constantly checking the market. So that's something I'm personally looking forward to. The big one that we're curious about is the immortal with the highest dominance will become the new immortal. All other immortals will be reverted to adventures and compensated accordingly. Previous immortal reigns will be retained on the wall. Shadow and Shadow Adventures will retain their progress on the new server. Shadow War will be paused the week of the server merges to allow players to adjust. So whatever reign we're on, looks like they're doing a pause for the adjustment, which is nice for us to figure out. The other thing we're curious about is if Deeds of Valor are going to change. They haven't put anything out about it yet because we already know on Sunday we just switched, so we became Shadows again yesterday, and our reign has literally been 2 days long. Well, the guys we let win, they wanted to have it for 2 days just so they could try it out. And they're just having fun with it. That's all they're doing. That's all they care about. The biggest problem is for right now, our deeds, current badge, 2 days ago, or technically yesterday is when it said it went into effect, to present, it's going to knock off one of our badges. So 8%, 8%, 8%. Going to potentially get like a 6%er on here, which it is what it is. But badges come and go. It's pretty quick. We've had Immortal 3 times. I only have one Immortal badge now. So if we continue with the next update, so after we get past our servers, they basically go into the same talk in detail. But right here, like I said, the game wasn't telling us. They say for our mergers, all Deeds of Valor badges will be retained. That was something we were all curious about. They did do it. The only thing we're waiting to hear back from devs is to find out if people are ever going to get their deeds back for server transferring. If they don't, I figure if they transferred to a merged server, all our deeds are going to be messed up anyways for the next few weeks. That it is what it is. We'll fix it when we fix it. Your first server achievements for challenge rifts will be retained. All your leaderboards will be re-ranked with the following server merge. The market will retain. So all transactions will be retained on merged servers. Recommended prices, the average of merged servers. Immortals with highest dominance will be merged. Shadow War and Right, they're doing the pause, so they're talking about that. Server Paragon of all merged servers will be equal to the highest server level among the servers grouping. So whoever has the highest server, like we're currently at 322, tomorrow will be at 324. That right there is going to determine if those other servers are slightly higher, because we know there are a couple servers that are higher, but we kind of had some people go around and look, and it seemed like we were at the same. Then they're going to be starting another event for us. Fire Before the Darkness limited time. If you guys saw my last video that I just posted, I did finally get my first 40 pearls. I did get a bound Blood Soaked. I did use that Blood Soak to level up one of my Blood Soaks inside my Awakened Gems, taking my res from 650.32. I ended up getting it to 650.52. But I like doing these little events because you got the opportunity. I don't really care about the little green or yellow crest, however you want to call your color. But I do like the ideas of pearls. Been talking with some of our clan mates that are lower res. They like it, and they actually want to kind of save up the pearls so they get enough to turn in 5 so they can actually level up a gem. So they're actually really motivated that these rewards are slowly popping on here. There are a few in the sanctuary capable enough to stand against the darkness. But will you, adventurer, have co-signed days of thinning out the ranks of Burning Hells? So a little storyline they want to throw in here. So from the 9th to the 23rd, they're going to have the Fire Before Darkness event. Pretty typical to what we're used to seeing, a random event. Maybe there'll be a little bonus cosmetic at the end, but it's not looking like the completed task. They still have the recruit a friend one that doesn't seem like very many people are doing. I know there are some hard grinders out there that are They literally made another Blizzard account, leveling that character up so they can just get those free crests. And more power to them for doing it. So, we have another cosmetic coming out. I am a sucker for cosmetics. My biggest crapshoot in the game is the fact, what do I keep doing? I keep switching classes. And unfortunately, every time I switch a class, all the cosmetics I've bought on other classes, like Locked to Necro, I have this one on Necro, Barb, and Monk. I missed out on the Halloween one. I didn't switch fast enough. I didn't want to until I got all the legendaries on Barb. So I missed the Halloween one for Monk. All of the other ones that are currently there that you can still purchase, I can purchase, but I've really only liked one other than some of the battle pass ones you get, but I love buying cosmetics, so I'm excited to see what this one looks for on the Monk class. For right now, we just got a little screenshot of potentially what it looks like, but it's an oil painting, so I'd really like to see what it looks like on PC when it comes available. Says there's another world hidden below the waterline, yet many of the huddles of the well-lit of the sanctuary. Sanctuaries violate oceans, claim their bodies and souls of countless foolhardy adventurers who tread the water. So it looks like you're kind of getting a mermaid set, which could be kind of cool. If it's like the Halloween event, where you had a little ghouly ghost on there, looks like there's potential to seeing tentacles, maybe you see some moving barnacles, some floating chains on some of the shields. We'll have to see what they all look like. And it looks like the standard, it's going to cost you 1,000 orbs to get it, maybe 1,500 if it's got the full enhanced. You get the weapons, you get the cosmetic, you get the portal. But right now it doesn't say anything about a portal. So it could very well just be one of your standard cosmetics, not one of your collector's cosmetics. Sorry about that. I accidentally hit the up. So let's see here. Daily activity change. Like I showed earlier when I was running around in assembly, this is what I'm looking forward to. 7 to 9 server time. With daylight savings time, it's definitely going to help out. Even when it comes back, it's still going to help me out because I do a lot of odd shifting, constantly changing from a day shift to a mid shift to a night shift. That it gives me more opportunity to try and get assembly during the work week. The evasion, I like that they're adding one at 9 o'clock. That's really exciting to me because obviously during the work week, anybody that works typically misses the 12:30, and now it's 11:30 and 8 with my daylight savings time that I'm about, but it's giving us opportunity to do another world event. They say the developers note because of player feedback, they decided to change the patterns. The big update I'm really, really excited for is we're gonna now be able to craft our own set piece items. So make sure any set pieces you're getting, any greens you're getting in any dungeons today, keep them. Just keep them. Because every time you sack them now, when you salvage them, you're gonna get a new resource called the Fabled Wisp. So that wisp is going to go towards an ingredient for you crafting a set piece item. Set piece items are acquired from dungeons, heavy chests after the maintenance update. Everything salvaged will be salvaged into Fable Wisp. So originally, when you salvaged it, you just got your your glowing shard. So it was a good way, especially when you had like warband stash items returned to you. You salvage it, you get a bunch of glowing shards thrown back into your inventory. I have 437. But as the upgrades are happening, like you can see, I still have 2 pieces of gear I wasn't able to upgrade because I made a mistake. Probably in the 200 paragons, I decided, because I was grinding dungeons, is all I wanted to do was pick up yellows. And the worst thing that could have happened, I ran out of scrap. So now I'm playing catch up. When we leveled to 18, I was 62 scrap short. I knew it was bad. And that was after I returned the blues back on. I had 25k scrap for this last upgrade. And I wasn't able to get everything with each upgrade needing 5k scrap. And it only gets more expensive from there. So now I'm not going to be able to do it at once anymore. I'm always going to be hurting for scrap. But it is what it is. Hopefully you guys didn't use all your scrap buying the Ignagnet crystals. Hopefully you had people that would help you run these dungeons or all your challenge rifts so you could max out everything on your left side, getting it all to 10. If not, feel free to come to my server. I'll run you through all the time, anytime I can. There's multiple people always trying to help, but hopefully you're able to get as high as you could and keep trying to get those crystals. Just do not use the 4,000 scrap to buy one. It is the biggest scam. Don't do it. Alright, legendary gems. Here's a new one. Good way for people to make money now. They're going to have 2 different types of dust. So if you guys remember, every time you salvaged a gem, and let's say you only needed 30 dust, and you sacked a 5-star gem that gives you 32 dust, and it left you 2 dust over. If that was from an unbound, which means you could sell it on the market, it's going to be unbound jet dust. If you do bound crests and salvage it, you're going to have bound dust, which that's technically currently what it looks like in your inventory now. I currently don't have any more gem dust. Otherwise, I'd show you. But after tomorrow, I'll probably just salvage one for gem dust so I could see and show you guys the difference between the two. But the big thing is unbound gem fragments allow gems to be upgraded without making them bound. So if you read this correctly, neither of these gem fragments can be sold in the market. But unbound gem fragments, which now you've crushed an unbound gem, got some fragments, can be used to upgrade a legendary, and it won't bound it to your account for upgrading it. Then, our next line, upgraded gems. You can upgrade a gem, you can sell it on the market, you just can't sell it. It must be rank 5 or lower. Originally, what they had shown us is it said it could only be rank 4. Like, no higher than rank 4. So people could level up potential gems, and instead of you selling a blood soak for 64k max plat 2-star, you could be selling and trying to get max plat out of a 4-star or even a 5-star and seeing if somebody wants to buy it. It's a good way to try and help out your friends. Maybe, oh, I need to get a 5-star to upgrade. Hey man, I got 6 dupes. You try and sell them, then people snipe them all up. You have that one person level it up for you, and then you'd pay for it and transfer it over. I know I'm doing some whale talking because most of you guys aren't too worried about leveling up your gems as high as we got all our residence level, all this stuff in here. I know most of you guys aren't ever gonna try and do this. Some of you guys may do it eventually. Maybe one day eventually I'll hit 7K. My goal in this game was to at least unlock when I switched to 5-star gems was to get them all to rank 10. And in doing so, I did. That was the resonance I got, and as I have gems drop for me, or if I run six Elder Rifts, I always like to run them juiced and see what I get. It's my excuse for spending a little more money. Is I'll run the Rifts, see what gems I get, see if any worth selling or throwing inside my gems. The last part of this update. Let's see. So, I'm really excited to see what gems we get on the market, see if people are actually doing it. But I know my warband, we have been talking about how nice it would be to have a blacksmith other than being inside the depths. When you complete the depths, you got a chance to scrap your items, but they drop legendaries all the time. And then you can't click on your legendary and navigate to the identifier. They're adding a blacksmith and identifier inside your castle. So now you'll be able to do it. Just like for Battlegrounds, they added an armory right next to BG's. I know I had fun with it on a barb where I had 3 different barb builds. Instead of teleporting, I had those barb builds saved, and I was just like, yep, I'm going to go play this one. I'm going to go do this one. I'm going to go do this one. And I managed to get it. One for the Immortals, the last very part of the update, Keon's Ordeal. Apparently, there's been a lot of feedback. We haven't had the rain for 6 weeks because we didn't really care as much. I guess there's a big thing going on with Keon's Ordeal, but they said it's quite a challenge. I know the biggest challenge we ever had doing Keon's Ordeal is when you unlock 3 or 5 unlocks. If somebody accidentally, like, oh, we're just doing the 3 a day, 1 for each clan, these time slots, and we're doing it twice a week is what we were doing. If somebody accidentally hit the 5 and we already had our first clan run throughout the day, now we're scrambling because you already wasted the Essentia for it. So it's already spent. There's 4 more that need to be done. So now we're running like 10 people in each one. I took a 7-man with me to run a last one we had. We were able to do it, but we had to kill each boss one at a time. So one thing that I think is kind of nice, I know navigating through the UI when seeing all the people, the list of all the 300 immortals, you were seeing their daily contributions, Paragon level when they're last online, that they're making the management system a little better, where especially when it comes for wars, you're constantly having to go click on a player, click on their build, click on their secondary attributes, see what res they were, see if they were worth putting with this team because you're trying to make up all 10 teams. Now you get to see the Paragon level, you get to see their combat rating, and you get to see their contribution. So I feel like that's going to be kind of nice. The ability to set combat rating contribution scores for raid entry, that seems like a good promotional deal where you got guys that just log on like, oh, it's my day for my clan to do the Keon's raid, boom, and they log off because I'm not going to be honest, Immortals feels like another job, and then on top of that, once that job happens, you get tired of it. Oh, I gotta log in and do 9 dailies. Oh man, I gotta do vaults for an hour, and it's an hour during BGs. It's it was really frustrating to do that. They've already fixed the time for vault raids, which made it a little nicer. I didn't get to experience the new UI, so you weren't having to spam click our last reign. We just did a line format where we only had the party leaders in a line. Now there's a queue system just like there is for Shadows. If there's a bunch of people that queue up at a time, it's literally popping them in. You can't camp the vaults anymore. Little disappointing as a Shadow. Once you kill the team, no other immortals can come in anymore. But it's interesting to see what happens. And I'm curious to see with these server merges if we'll be able to get Immortal back. How long will he keep it? What clans would we take? Is a clan going to win and they're going to offer it to us? That's never happened because anytime it came to the Immortal Reign, we just always took it. So we'll have to see what happens. It says also a waitlist feature to help manage incoming applicants. So if you weren't a clan leader at all and you had people constantly applying or you weren't an officer, you would always see a red dot above something. You'd have to click on that red dot. It would go, oh, it's on the Immortal section. Oh, it's on the clan. Oh, there's a new applicant. Oh, Shadows all the time. Now there is a new wait list. So people that apply, they are going to be able to fix and wait, and you'll be able to just click on that wait list. And at least that's what I'm thinking. I'll have to see more when it happens. They also said they improved the difficulty of the selection of UI for clear descriptions of each tier. We'll have to see with the Keons. I know I kind of went into the clan thing, this specifically talking about Keons. When it comes to a wait list, we never really had an issue with that stuff, but because we literally did it by clans every single time. This clan, this clan, this clan. Hey, free for all this time for anybody left, depending on if we unlocked stage 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. All levels on the crown. So keep that in mind. Let's see if we scroll bug fixes. If we come to the newest hot fixes, November 1st was the last time they did a bug fix, so they haven't released any new bug fixes. So we'll have to see what comes down the pipeline. I'm hoping they'll fix some of the bugs that are coming down the line. I've been posting about certain character skills. I know the Wraith is still bugged for Necro. When they Wraith off camera on your minimap, you go unseen by other players. The Barb had it with charge. The Necro Golem was a big annoying bug for the player where you would launch the Golem, it would die, the cooldown would go through, and then you couldn't spam them anymore. You'd have to open up your skill, reclose skills again, like literally click on your skills, and it would restart another cooldown, then you could launch them again. The charge grab video I did, charge barb with grab, that grab would occasionally bug out. You would charge in with the grab, and then your character couldn't move. You would literally have to wait. I tried unstuck, that didn't work. There was no C clickability. You had to wait till your charge came back for grab, spam it again, then your character could run again. Any bugs I find on the monk, I'm gonna pop that as well. Find anything, and I report it all the time. I'm trying to get things fixed. Charge, if you charged with the barb off screen, it was just like the Wraith. Anybody that wasn't in the area when you charged, you were slightly invisible till you got CC'd. You got popped out of it immediately. So with that being said, I just hit the 30-minute mark. We've discussed all of the update. And if you like my videos, you like this update, you want to know more, leave me a message, hit me up. And I hope to see you in the future BGs, future of the game. Watch my Twitch and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm Tiny Penny, and I'll see you later, guys.